Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JP, and welcome to my channel. So this is BAL Fantasy Football. I actually used to upload videos to a channel also called BAL Fantasy Football, but I ended up deleting that channel. I kind of just stopped uploading, so I figured there was really no use in the channel still existing. But yeah, I really wanted to restart it actually, and ever since the football season started, the NFL season started, I've been wanting to make some videos, but I've been a little busy, but I've been able to find some time. And yeah, so I wanted to put out a video today about the single game showdown, Kansas City Chiefs and Baltimore Ravens. This game should be really good. It might even be the game of the whole year, at least the regular season. You get Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. And, I mean, you guys know what these two teams are about. So, I mean, I'm expecting a really good game. I believe Ravens are favored, but I mean, to me, it's kind of a coin flip. Baltimore Ravens, they get out to these huge leads in the beginning, and they're really good at playing when they're ahead. And the Chiefs, we all know what that offense is about. But at any rate, I wanted to put out a video for the single game showdown for FanDuel. As you know, you select 5 players. One player is the MVP, and they accumulate 1.5 times the points that they earn during the game. And then there's 4 other players. So over on DraftKings, you select 6 players for a single game showdown, and I mean, I'm sure you guys know that. But FanDuel is a little simpler over here. And the MVP, you don't need to pay extra for an MVP, so whatever their salary is what you pay. But I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on how these rosters should be constructed for the single game showdown. So yeah, let's get into it. And I'm trying to keep this video a little short. I need to get this video out before the game starts. Be pretty lame if I put the video out after the game starts and then it happens to work out or not work out. And yeah, you know what I mean. But at any rate, yeah. So MVP, and I'm actually going to cover these 2 spots right here, MVP and the first flex spot. I think that every roster should have both Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes. On FanDuel, points are kind of harder to come by than on DraftKings because it's only half-point PPR. So quarterbacks are a little more valuable on FanDuel. So yeah, that's really one of the main factors. But I mean, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, I mean, you can't find stars bigger than these two in the league right now. They put up huge numbers all the time. And I expect this game to be offensive. I really think some points are going to be put up. And, you know, Lamar Jackson, he's the engine behind the Ravens. He drives that offense. So, yeah. I don't see any roster that could be made without Lamar Jackson. I'd be very surprised if he's in the winning lineup. And this is for GPPs, by the way, guaranteed prize pool tournaments. So this is not really a cash build. This is more of a tournament build, trying to hit the optimal lineup, which is kind of possible when you only have to select 5 players. It's real tough to select the optimal lineup, but it is possible with only 5 players, like I just said. But so yeah, there's not really too much explaining behind that one. But the MVP should definitely be either one of those 2 guys, and then for your first flex spot, just put the other one in there. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing 150 lineups, and yeah, I'm definitely having both these guys in every lineup. You got to take a stand somewhere, and it's not the biggest stand to take to put 2 quarterbacks in there, but yeah. Anyway, I got to keep on moving. Got to get this video out. So the third spot, I think of these players as the premium players in the game, other than the quarterbacks. Tyreek Hill, we all know what he can do. Travis Kelce, same thing. Mark Andrews, I mean, he gets touchdowns very often, and FanDuel touchdowns are important. And then the starting Kansas City running back, first-round draft pick, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's not a bad player at all. He's pretty good. And, I mean, he's in the right situation on that Chiefs team. So, yeah. Not too much explaining here either. I mean, I think that you just obviously need the most points to win, and I think these guys can get it done. So moving on to the fourth pick. So game flow. I think that the way this game is going to shape up is I think Mahomes is going to be passing. I think Lamar Jackson will put up his numbers that he puts up every game, seemingly, with his rushing yards. And, I mean, he throws a lot of touchdowns to Mark Andrews. But yeah, these guys are the other Kansas City receivers other than Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. I know Kelce's tight end, but I mean, I just think of these guys as pass catchers. Travis Kelce really is just a wide receiver when it comes to fantasy football, at least. He's that productive as a tight end. But a lot of times, Mahomes, he'll find these other receivers. And this year, he's been spreading the ball around. That first game, I know people were saying this a lot, but he was kind of like a surgeon. He wasn't really throwing deep at all, but he was picking his spots underneath. So at any rate, I think that one of these guys will be on the winning ticket. So to reiterate so far, you got these two quarterbacks. Plug one of them into the MVP, the other one put into your lineup. The third spot, one of these premium players. Fourth spot, one of these Kansas City wide receivers. I don't think you should play in every lineup a Baltimore wide receiver. They're just not productive enough, consistently enough. So that's why with the fourth spot, I'm selecting Kansas City wide receiver. I mean, I would expect one of these guys to put up some numbers to return value. And obviously, you can't know anything for sure. And when it comes to fantasy football, you know pretty well that you don't know anything for sure. But yeah, these are just my thoughts on what the winning ticket will look like. I mean, I could be very wrong. Chances are I am wrong, but out of my 150 lineups, this is how I'm constructing my lineups. And I just wanted to share with you guys my thoughts to maybe guide your last-second roster decisions, because this video is going to get put out real late. I still need a thumbnail too. Hopefully, if you're watching this, it had a thumbnail that was, not just the screenshot of the video. And then the fifth player, any active player expected to play. A lot of times on these showdown slates on FanDuel, I've been playing on FanDuel 99% of the time recently for this season so far. I mean, I submitted one lineup on DraftKings, and that was just because I felt like doing an in-game showdown. I think it was a fourth quarter showdown, or maybe it was a second half showdown. But at any rate, as I've come to learn, a lot of times there's just, like a fullback who will get a touchdown, or, secondary backup tight end or second tight end on the roster who could catch 2 touchdowns. So I'm plugging really anybody in. It could be the third Baltimore receiver. They could get it done. So yeah, I didn't really get too much into how the game will go, I think, but just I really need to get this video out, and this is just what I think the rosters. This is what I want my roster to look like. You got the 2 quarterbacks, a third premium player, one of the Kansas City wide receivers other than Hill, Kelce, and the running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Then the fifth one, since I'm doing 150 lineups, I'm just cycling through pretty much anybody expected to play. And the most important thing is ownership. So if a player is 0.1% owned or 2% owned in a showdown slate, and they're one of the top 5 producers, then you're not chopping the winnings with as many players. But I mean, you guys know that. And if you don't, then I guess you're kind of new to DFS. And I'm happy to to have you watching one of my videos, my first video of the restart of Ball Hawk Fantasy Football. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I got to go make a thumbnail, and I got to get this video up on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys watching it, and have a good rest of your day, and hopefully you're watching the game, and hopefully you're enjoying it.